You want to hear something ironic? One of the largest finance YouTubers says that the best way to make money, you ready? The best way to make money is to talk about making money on YouTube. And that's one of the reasons that I've decided to quit watching finance YouTubers. And I think you should consider doing the same. But hold on, before you turn this video off. Hey, Azul, you're a finance YouTuber. I would push back. I would really say what I talk about is financial planning and helping people prepare for retirement. I'm not telling people how to make an extra $10,000 a month or which stock that they should buy. So it would be fair to classify me as a finance YouTuber, but really in a special corner. And hopefully I'm doing a better job in that corner. So, all right, so what are the reasons I've stopped watching finance YouTubers? The first one is just there's fear sells. You know, the reality, having scary headlines, having scary photos. You know, you see a lot of photos of the Fed Chair, Jerome Powell. Apparently he's got laser vision now, and all these negative headlines taking place. Meanwhile, while those negative headlines have been blaring away for the last year and a half, guess what's happened? The market is at an all-time new high. So fear can cause you to make bad decisions. Now, there are scary times that happen in the market, right? The market goes up and down. That's a feature of the stock market. That's not a bug. And so the question is, when scary times are happening, do you want more fear being pumped into your life or do you want less? Personally, for me, you know, because of my profession, I need to see the facts, but the last thing I need is more fear. And for the vast majority of the people, when they're looking at, okay, this scary thing is happening, great financial crisis, COVID, before then the dot-com bubble, what should I do? And the reality is, hopefully what you should do is what you've already done. What you did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years, knowing that these scary days are going to come again. I mean, we're sitting here now at an all-time market high as I record this. And I know that sometime in the future, we're going to have a market correction. Now, I wish I knew when that was going to happen. I know at some time in the future, the market's going to drop 20%, maybe 30%, maybe more. And so the way I prepare for those scary days is how I invest today. Today, when things aren't scary out there, things are kind of rosy right now, right? The market's doing well. Unemployment is an all-time low. There's a lot of things to worry about. You know, the reality is there is always a lot of things to worry about. But the last thing I want is somebody pumping more fear into my life. So that's the first one. The second one is just greed. YouTube is a fun experience. Very few people are privileged enough to be able to do it. I'm very grateful that I get to do this. And my primary motivation is to give you the information you need on something I have expertise in so that you can make better decisions in your life, specifically about retirement. Now, none of this is financial advice for you. I don't know your situation, but there's a lot of things I can put on your radar screen and have you think about ahead of time. And that's my primary motivation. But with a lot of these finance YouTubers, boy, it really seems like they're pushing the envelope. And I think what shows that, what demonstrates that really well is, unfortunately, with the whole FTX, the Sam Bankman-Fried scandal, you know, do you have to take every sponsor? Do you have to take every last dollar off the table? Do you have to encourage others to do risky investments? That's not my style. That's not what I want to do. And frankly, it's not what I want to watch on YouTube either. Okay, the next one, drama. Drama. I talked about fear sells on YouTube, and that's why there's titles and thumbnails that provoke the feeling of fear. But you know what else sells is drama. So there are finance YouTubers that, you know, do live kind of sessions with people and walk through their finances. And boy, it's like a lot of drama. It's like as if Judge Judy was a finance YouTuber and was giving people advice on finances. That's a lot. You know, there's enough drama in the real world without me watching that on YouTube. Now, full disclosure, I do plan on my channel actually launching a Q&A segment to this. So every now and then there'll be a video where I'm answering a question that a viewer wrote in and said, hey, Azul, can you talk to us about this, and I'll pick the one that I think will have the broadest benefit for people and help out as many people. But there will be no drama, I promise you that. So in fact, if you want to check out the show notes, if you're interested in leaving a question, I'll have a survey form in this video that you can fill out and just pop in your question. So I hope you take a minute to do that, but no drama with that. And I don't like the drama, which is another reason I'm not watching the finance YouTubers. Okay, the next thing is, we've talked about it a little bit, just the clickbait, right? The fact that scary sounding titles sell, the fact that scary images sell. The current chairman of the Federal Reserve is a gentleman by the name of Jerome Powell, and a lot of these finance YouTubers have pictures of Jerome Powell and saying, the end is near, disaster's here, right around the corner, things are going to collapse. Those types of things sell, but I don't think they benefit you, and it's certainly nothing that I want to put in my life. So what I want to put in my life, and what I try to have my channel about, is to be encouraging, to be optimistic, to help people believe that they have a chance. I think that there's a lot of people now, most of the people I deal with are in the United States. I have traveled, I have met other people, but particularly here in the United States, probably Europe, Canada, Australia, and some other Japan, countries that have a high GDP per capita. I think we have probably 20% of our population that if they wanted to, they could retire early. And so I want to provide the information for them. So first they can decide, is that right for them, right? And then they have some things, I want to put some things on their radar screen and get them thinking about certain things so they just don't coast through life on autopilot, and before they know it, they wake up and they're 63, 64, and it's too late to retire early. Now they're just a normal age. So, I don't like that negativity. I don't like the clickbait stuff. I want to be optimistic. I want to be encouraging. I want to lift you up. And I'm going to just quickly scroll through my channel here and show you the types of videos that I do. And, they're really designed to empower, not to empower and to bring out what I consider to be the best attributes for Americans, the best attributes for all of us. The confidence, the hope, the optimism. That's really my goal for you. And what really drives me ultimately is just, I've worked with people that unfortunately are in their 70s or 80s, and they look back and say, I could have retired earlier, and I did not. And I don't want that to happen to you. You've heard me say, when you're 60 years old, you likely have less than 1,000 weeks of healthy, active time remaining. And so I want you to squeeze all the juice out of life. I want you to take full advantage of what I call the youth of your senior years. And I want you to look back, whether you decide to retire early or not, and say, I was thoughtful and deliberate, and I'm glad with the decision I made, whatever that is. And if I can influence you one last time and make the case for considering retiring early, that's what this video up here is all about. It's 5 reasons to retire as soon as you can. I'll see you in there. Thanks for watching this one.